I think a lot of your college experience in the romance, sex life is a trial and error. We're in a little more sophisticated trial period here.
So nice to chat with you all. Amrit, I want to start with you, our Canadian queen, our CSA winner. I want to ask you, when are we going to see like a little Canadian nod in the show or a maple leaf on the tie? Give us something.
Well, I say the word magazine a lot of times, and most of my time in ADR is spent getting rid of the A sounds. So they're trickled in there everywhere.
And vague. You say vague.
And vague.
Big,
Yeah.
big.
I get roasted for saying bagel all the time. Bag or bagel. Yeah, all of the things. Congratulations to all of you on this new season. It's so incredible. The show, I just feel like it gets better and better with every season. With the departure of Reneé in this season, I can imagine that was a lot for you all to go through. How were those last scenes on set, those last couple days?
As emotional as I think you expect them to be. Probably. And also, like, I don't know, you see us do it on the show. Like there's fully scenes where we're sobbing and saying goodbye. And that was like in real time what was actually happening. So that was very fun. Yeah, it was tough and challenging in its own ways. But I think also in the wake of Reneé leaving, we get some new cast members who bring an energy to the show that make it feel fuller in ways. You know, I think it gives us a larger group of people to explore, and we get more spread across more experiences, which I really appreciate. And Gracie, Lawrence, and Mia Rogers are so good and so funny in the show, and we are very excited for people to meet them.
Congratulations on joining Sex Lives of College Girls. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that's gotta be so exciting. How familiar were you with the show before you got involved? Yeah, let's start there.
I was very familiar. I was a fan of the show. I had watched the first 2 seasons. I had also read the pilot, which Mia just found out about me.
I just found this out and my mind was blown.
I read the pilot because they were auditioning people years ago, and I auditioned for it years ago for a different character. And so I remember reading the pilot and being like, oh, this is really funny and really good. And then as soon as it came out, I watched the whole thing.
Oh my goodness, that's so incredible. I think that's such a good sign that if something doesn't come your way, maybe that's for another purpose down the line, right?
No, it's so true. I'm like so bitter and jaded, but I did remember that. It's a good reminder.
Yeah. When she got over the fact she didn't get it. No, it does feel like a very full circle moment. That's amazing.
There's a lot of guest stars in this new season. Is there anyone in particular that you were excited to work with, Pauline?
I was really excited that Ruby Cruz was going to be on the show.
Yeah.
She's really cool. And then, yeah, there's a lot of like different love interests and different like ins and outs of different people. And it was like
Big Nataro's on the show, which is just crazy.
Tyrone was I could not believe it. Like I was like, oh God. Like, you know, and also you're on a comedy, but then you're acting with like a comedian, and it's like I can't talk in front of you.
What can you tell me about, because I feel like when you're roommates with someone, you really get to know the quirks about each other. I can imagine being on the show, as long as you all have been together, you learn some quirks about each other. Is there any that you can think of your fellow co-stars that sticks out or comes to mind if I bring that up?
One is like, well, like the milk and yogurt and like cottage cheese.
Yeah, I don't do like dairy products.
And her newfound love of oranges.
Yeah.
There's an episode that deals with the oranges, and everyone clowned me for this, but I ate an orange while we were filming that episode, and I was like, guys, oranges are the best fruit I think ever to exist. And it's like I discovered oranges, and now I have a newfound obsession for them.
There's always something about LA oranges, like the New York oranges.
They're so good. Yeah, New York produce. I'm sorry, Pauline.
I love New York, but not for your fruits and vegetables.
Not good. It's not it. I was gonna say Amrit has a lot of lovely actor quirks that like always make me giggle. One of which is like she does this jaw tension thing that I just find so. I don't even know. It's just like between takes, we'll just be like, and every single time I have to like look away because I'm like, she's in her moment and I'm not going to take this from her, but it's so adorable.
It really is just such an incredible show. I'm such a fan, and you are just perfect additions to the show that's already in progress.
I often describe it as a well-oiled machine. It was great because it was like, this thing has legs. People love it. I love it. I kind of able to watch it and have an understanding of what it is that I am becoming a part of. And that was really exciting. But obviously on a different level, nothing will prepare you for when you actually do get onto that set and start shooting and meeting everyone. And it was honestly, it was amazing. It was a dream come true. We were working at the Warner Bros. Lot, and for me, that was just such a wow moment, like walking on and just having and feeling that history around me. So it was great. It was a really privileged place and position to be in.
Yeah, crazy. I can imagine it's probably a little nerve-wracking too, joining this cast. Like was said, it's such an established show already.
It was a very trippy experience for me because as someone who had watched the show and was so familiar with it, it was bizarre. I was like, am I here? Like I walked into my TV screen and I was so familiar with the sets even like as a viewer, but then like the illusion was ruined because I was like, you always imagine there's a door there, but there's not a door there. And it was like, I almost like knew too much. So I had a funny experience where I think one of the first weeks I had like seen something behind one of the monitors, or I was like, oh my God, like I know this show. And someone was like, yeah, you're on this show. And I was like, yes, I get it now. But it was amazing. I mean, everyone was like so warm and so kind and just like come in, do your thing. And yeah, it was awesome.
What can you tell me about there? I feel like there's a lot of like hot hookups. It feels like everything in this season is very elevated. So what can you tell me about your characters and how they've grown in the new season?
There's a little confidence, more confidence going around. I think a lot of your college experience in the romance, sex life is a trial and error. So there's been the season one and two of freshman years, a lot of trial and error, and we're in a little more sophisticated trial period here.
Yeah, I like that.
Sophomore year consciousness.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.